In Chapter 3, Section 4, we're going to actually use what we know about similar triangles and apply it to more in-depth meaning and things like indirect measurement. So, let's look at our key idea. Angles of similar triangles. Now, I know you know what similar means. Same shape, different size. The angles are congruent. The sides, the corresponding sides, are proportional. You know that. But this is actually something called, I'm giving you a heads up, in 8th grade, you're going to do something called the angle, well, it's going to be used for angle-angle similarity, but you're going to use something called the third angles theorem. This is what this is called. It says that when two angles in one triangle are congruent to two angles in another triangle, the third angles are also congruent and the triangles are similar. So if you are not given, for example, these 20s, you still know that these are similar triangles because two angles are congruent of one triangle to another. Therefore, we can say that the triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. Example 1. Tell whether the triangles are similar. Well, in A, it's easy. The triangles have two pair of congruent angles, therefore, yes, they are similar. In B, it doesn't look like it. You're like, oh, they're not. No, but you have to find the third angle. So in the first one, if you take 54 plus 63, that gives you 117, subtract it from 180, x is 63. Therefore, 63, these are both 63. Yes, it is similar because two of the angles are congruent. In C, well, that's 90 degrees and that's 90 degrees, so we know those are the same. So let's find the third angle here. So 90 plus 42 is 132. 180 subtracted by 132 gives me the x value of 48. Nope, that one's 38. So no, these two triangles are not similar. Now, indirect measurement uses similar figures to find a missing measure when it is difficult to find directly. So, like, you can't actually go across the river here and find them. I mean, it's not going to be easy to find that distance. So you plan to cross a river and want to know how far it is to the other side. You take measurements on your side of the river and make the drawing shown. Explain, oh, I love this, explain why triangle ABC and triangle DEC are similar. Well, let's look. We know that one set of angles are congruent. Can I find a second set of angles? There's nothing else given. And you absolutely can. By vertical angles, these two angles are congruent. So the reason that we can say that we know that these two triangles are similar is this. And this is important that you understand the reason behind all this. And you would have to explain this in words like this. You have to give me a good explanation. Angle B and angle E are right angles, so they are congruent. Angle ACB and angle DCE, we can't call this angle C, are vertical angles, so they are congruent. Because two angles in triangle ABC are congruent to two angles in triangle DEC, the third angles are also congruent, therefore making the triangles similar. So the last step is we have to find the distance. Since they're similar, we know the sides are proportional. I can write a proportion. Corresponding sides, x divided by 60 and 40 divided by 50. That gives me, if I solve this, x equals 48. So we know the distance across the river is 48 feet. And your vocabulary will just be indirect measurement.